Today I want to share with you my top 5 coolest Star Wars 3D prints. Some of these I made and some of these are on my to-do list. I'm going to show you where you can get these files and even how to make them. These are the absolute coolest things that I've ever seen out there, and I can't wait to share them with you right after this.
Welcome to the show that sets your mind free. Tech and gadgets, 3D surprise. Captain creates ability. Always tastes like to have your Baddeley. With David's guiding light, inventions spark and take their flight.
Okay, so at number 1, there's no doubt it's Michael Baddley's R2-D2. This is by far one of the coolest Star Wars prints that you can make. And if you've been following my channel, you'll know that I'm a big fan of Michael Baddley for many reasons. 1, he's just a freaking genius. Number 2, he hates support. The majority of the files that he makes, he does so with the intention of not needing support, making your life a hell of a lot easier. Now, Michael Baddley has a Patreon where you can get these files, and I'm gonna put a link in the description below. He has an amazing Facebook group that you should definitely check out where people come in and share all kinds of advice and tips and even help each other out. Now, he doesn't just make R2-D2, he does Chopper and many more. Basically, if it's an Astromech droid, he probably made it. As I mentioned, the files are fantastic in that they're designed to be as support-free as possible. He's even put together these amazing manuals that tell you how to build these full-scale droids every step of the way. He also gives you Fusion 360 files that gives you a much more in-depth understanding of the models and basically a better understanding of how to go about building it. His instructions even go as far as incorporating all kinds of electronics so that you can remote control your droids and do all kinds of amazing things. Whether it's gonna shoot out a lightsaber out of the top of R2's head, or whether it's gonna go from an R2-D2 in a 2-legged mode to a 3-legged mode. His Patreon takes on a whole slew of other projects, even STEM projects, making it fun for even kids to get involved. Back when I first started my channel, one of my most popular videos was a Build-A-Droid based on these little baby droids that Michael Baddley put together. So anyway, if you're into R2 or any kind of Astromech droid, you better check it out. Now, when it comes down to making the R2-D2 or any of the other Astromech droids, he doesn't leave anyone behind. He makes sure that he has versions of these files that are cut down for Prusa or Bambu Lab P1P A1, etc., to accommodate everyone from that 250 to 256 millimeter cubed build size. Now, if you really want to go ahead and build it in one shot, you're going to need a 500 by 500 by 500 millimeter 3D printer. There's only a couple of those types of 3D printers out there that do a pretty good or pretty decent job. There's the Comgrow T500, which has been, mixed. I got okay results with it, but it doesn't really go as fast. Then there's the new Sovol SV08 Max, and this is a little bit more exciting because it definitely delivers more speed. However, again, some mixed results. I haven't gotten my hands on one yet, so I can't really tell you whether it's good or bad. And then, of course, there's the Orangestorm Giga, which is 800 by 800 by 800 millimeters, so it's more than enough to go ahead and build yourself one of these Astromech droids, but you're gonna have to have a strong stomach putting this together and doing all that calibration. Now, moving on to number 2, you have the Rancor head, and not just any Rancor head, a full-size Rancor head. Can you just imagine putting this up in your makerspace or your office? It's insanely beautiful. That's what it is. This was made by Galactic Armory, and these guys are not new to Star Wars. In fact, they are probably the authority when it comes to getting Star Wars armor. They do an amazing job of creating every type of armor or suit that you've seen in the Star Wars universe. It's unreal. Their craftsmanship is unbelievable. They definitely have a Patreon, but you also have the ability to buy the files individually. They also do a great job of giving instructions and details, and they also go ahead and try to make sure that you could 3D print everything in smaller printers as well. The Rancor head is probably one of the coolest things we've seen out there. Uncle Jesse went ahead and put one of these together, and he did that on the Orangestorm Giga. I was so blown away by this. In fact, he's probably one of the few people who have managed to wrangle the Orangestorm Giga and produce this beautiful print. Anyway, if you're interested in anything Star Wars armor, check out Galactic Armory, and again, putting the link in the description below. For my number 3, I'm going to say it's the Kit Kiln's Boba Fett rifle. And there's so many reasons why it's my number 3, but these guys are nothing new. The Kit Kiln are absolutely geniuses when it comes to putting together 3D prints. They do so without the need of a multicolor filament solution, and they do that by you printing all the different parts by different colors, which makes it much, much easier and actually a lot faster and less wasteful. Now, their prints, they actually all snap together like Lego, and they come together so beautifully. Here's Luke in the garage putting together this rifle. And by the way, yeah, that's a full-scale size Boba Fett rifle. It looks amazing. Luke did an amazing job. By the way, you should definitely check out his Instagram profile and the stuff that he creates as well, which I'm gonna go ahead and put a link in the description below. Check out the Kit Kiln on Things, and when you're there, look out for some of their chunkies. They have amazing chunkies from Darth Vader, C-3PO, R2-D2, basically everyone. We've even done some of these projects ourselves. They're insanely addictive and kids love them. Adults love them. I love them. Anyway, check them out. They're really amazing. Link in the description below. Coming in at number 4 is Layered Creations Jabba Sail Barge. Now these guys make all kinds of dioramas that can be used as play sets, but also creatures and vehicles. Now, one of the biggest and coolest things that stood out to me was Jabba Sail Barge from Return of the Jedi. Now, we actually saw a Jabba Sail Barge playset be brought to you by Hasbro via HasLab, where they said, hey, listen, if you're willing to back this project, we'll make really big things for you. And they did just that. At $500, you were able to buy a vintage collection Jabba Sail Barge. And this thing sold out fast. In fact, today, if you want to buy one of those, they go for over $3,000, which is insane. So if you like to collect figures or you want to give your kids the ultimate play set, the Jabba Sail Barge would be their dream come true. Just imagine something as large as this where all your figures could be displayed. It's definitely one of the coolest things I've ever seen made, and the details are so elaborate. They have all kinds of different creations, not just for the Black Series at 6-inch figures, but also for 3.75-inch, such as the Vintage Collection. Well, I remember when I was younger, G.I. Joe had this amazing spaceship where all my figures were able to live. Even in the early 80s, I remember Star Wars had the Ewok Village. I know that when it comes to my daughter, she has the Barbie Dream House, which is awesome for all of her Barbie dolls, and it's a place for them to live and for them to be stored in. But when it comes to Star Wars and Marvel and other figures today, we just don't see that anymore. And that's what Layered Creations does for you. And I think that that's where it comes to you, the makers out there, to create them and make them for your kids or for yourself. And so it's really cool. So whether it's for display or whether it's for play, these guys are awesome, and I definitely would say check them out. Link in the description below. And coming in at number 5 is IG-11, the Nurse Droid. And this can be found at Droid Division, available through Etsy as well as through their own website, and links in the descriptions below. Now, Droid Division is no stranger when it comes to Star Wars droids, but also to all sorts of robots in the sci-fi community. So if you're looking for a really famous robot from your most favorite sci-fi show or movie, you'll probably find it at Droid Division. One of the really cool things you can find in here is a modification to the body in which baby Grogu could go inside, and we've seen this in The Mandalorian. I actually found that scene to be super disturbing because you see little baby Grogu take something that was this caring, loving nurse droid, and now it's driving its corpse through the village. The first thing that came to my mind was the scene from Return of the Jedi when R2-D2 got damaged. Can you imagine if Wicket, the Ewok, would have jumped into his body, ripped out all of his guts, and perusing Endor in his corpse? That would have been horrific. Anyway, there's other accessories that you can also add to IG-11. There's also a bunch of files and instructions in order to create animatronics for IG-11, such as moving his parts around like his dome, etc. Now, this was a really fun build, and I was able to actually print it on a multitude of different printers. So it didn't really make a difference what kind of printer I had, as long as it was larger than 250 millimeter cube. Now, obviously there were some parts that I could print bigger if I had a larger printer, and those files were available as well. Now, when it came to instructions, it was fantastic. They told you everything you needed, every kind of bolt, every kind of nut, everything you needed, even down to how to keep it stable. For example, when putting a lot of these very large droids together, you have stability issues that you have to be concerned with. The IG-11, once assembled, is over 7 feet tall. It was barely hitting my ceiling. They actually recommend putting this together using large wooden rods that you can easily pick up at your local Home Depot. And putting it together was basically like putting together a shish kebab. Another thing I just love about Droid Division is that his parts are not static. As you can see, everything can move, open, close, twist. Look at all those different ranges of motion that you have here. It's pretty awesome. Another thing that I really loved about all of the things that come out of Droid Division is that even if you don't paint it and prime it and just use like a base color of a silver or a gray, it comes out amazing. And it just looks so awesome. Of course, there are those out there with amazing painting skills who could definitely do a much better job of putting this all together, but I think it came out great. Anyway, definitely check out Droid Division because they have tons of other Star Wars droids out there, like the famous Pit Droid, Battle Droid, and much, much more. Now, at the end of the day, remember, these were my top 5 coolest Star Wars 3D prints, and I definitely could have missed something. So I want to hear from you in the comments below if there's anything you think that should have been in the top 5. I can always do another version of this in the future and even focus on things that are free to download rather than paid STL files. Now, if you're interested in me doing a breakdown of any of these 5 cool projects, I'll be happy to do so. Give me your thoughts, again, in the comments below. Anyway, that's a wrap, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Till next time, happy printing, and may the Force be with you.
Roger, roger.